thank you so much for agreeing to be one of our speakers for Education Day today. So we'll start with a few questions. So what is your full name?
My full name is Tiara Brianna Janae Hayes.
What is your birth date?
I was born January 23rd, 1998.
Okay. Who are your parents and siblings?
My parents are Tanya and Melvin Hayes, and my siblings are Shayla and Mackenzie.
What is a favorite family activity or something you admire about your family?
Favorite activity? I like playing like board games or like card games. That's fun. Or like having like movie nights. Just anything that we do together is fun.
Okay. So finish this sentence. When I was younger, I used to imagine myself as.
When I was younger, I used to imagine myself as my mom. I think I wanted her job, and I just liked what she did, and so I kind of thought I was going to grow up and be her.
Okay. Okay. So she inspired you.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Very good. So what high school did you attend?
I went to Clark Central High School.
Who was your favorite teacher in high school, middle school, and elementary?
So you want three?
Three. Yes.
Okay. Elementary school was probably Miss Beverly Harper.
Mhm.
She was my third grade teacher. I really liked her. My favorite middle school teacher was probably Mr. Holman, Alex Holman. And then high school was my journalism teacher, David Rackstone.
Okay. So what is your favorite subject and why?
Favorite subject. I like all like regular academic subjects. My favorite in high school is probably journalism, just because I really like the structure of the class and being able to learn things by doing instead of just like being taught things.
What extracurricular activities have you been involved in?
So like I said, I did a lot in journalism. So I was editor this year for our school news magazine. I was also the secretary of National Honor Society, and I did varsity academic team this year, and a couple other things. I was a part of the school's teen tech team, which was kind of like IT team, IT group. Quite a few things. I did orchestra the past 3 years. I didn't do it this year, and this year I did dual enrollment at UGA.
What was your most memorable moment in high school?
I don't know, I guess graduating was a lot of fun. It was kind of a whirlwind. It wasn't like stressful or like really like crazy, but it was like a nice way to end like the culmination of like 12, 13, 14 years of schooling.
What 3 words best describe you?
A little introverted, definitely a thinker, maybe inquiring.
How would you like to be remembered as you leave high school?
Hopefully as someone who helped other people out and who did well, because I spent a lot of time this year definitely helping out people on my journalism staff, because I was a senior and we have a lot of like freshmen, sophomores, and so I think just being able to be known as like a mentor and someone who like did her best and did a lot of everything is probably what would be the best way for me to be remembered.
What will you miss the most about high school?
I probably sound like a broken record with journalism.
Okay.
I probably won't miss the rest of it. Not at all, not the workload, but I definitely loved my journalism class.
What are your plans after high school?
I will be going to Southern Adventist University, and I will be majoring in mass communications with a focus in writing and editing, and minoring in either or both computing and photography.
Okay, that goes back to your interest in the journalism class. Yes.
Mass
Okay.
communications is a journalism. It's just broader.
Broader. Okay, very good. So looking back, did church influence you in school in any way?
Most definitely. I think growing up in this environment definitely made me a lot different than my classmates, and it definitely gave me an advantage to a big extent, because having a good support group is the only way to like know and to be like to do well through school, really. And then just like the spiritual and religious aspects that are definitely something that helped me throughout school.
Who has inspired you the most and why?
Probably my parents, both, just because of how they raised me and the things that they taught me to value as a person.
If you had the opportunity to travel anywhere, where would you go and why?
Probably somewhere in Europe, maybe Spain. I really want to like be fluent in Spanish, and so any place that speaks Spanish, which is why probably Spain or maybe somewhere in South America.
If you could be the best at any one thing, what would you choose?
Probably photography. I really like doing that, and I've started up especially this year, and so it's definitely a passion of mine now. So just being really good at that. Don't necessarily have to be the best, but being well enough to like hold my own against other photographers.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
10 years. It's 2026. Ooh, hopefully graduated. Probably realistically out of graduate school at that point. Maybe back in school. Hopefully with a job. We'll see. I have no idea.
Okay. So this is the final question. What is the one need-to-know point that you would like the youth that are looking at this video today to know? What would you like them to know?
I think one thing, especially this last year, I found with like college search and everything, is that you, in the end, you have to do what's best for you. Like a school might not be like the hardest school or the most prestigious school, or something that you do might not be like the best thing that you could do, but in the end, you need to make yourself and whoever you are held accountable for happy. So especially going Southern, I had people asking me like, why are you going there? You should apply to Harvard. And I only applied to Southern and UGA, and so I definitely saw that process as doing something that I like to do, because going to Harvard or Yale or any of those other schools would have probably made me miserable, because there are some things that I need that Harvard can't give me, that Princeton can't give me, that Southern can, because it does have that religious aspect and it has that kind of family community that I really need to grow as a person. So just knowing that you as a person is more important sometimes than like the academia side of something.
Yeah. All right. Very good. Well, thank you, Tiara. We appreciate you taking the time to let us get to know you better.